Good morning, fam. It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, and today we have two reviews to do. We're going to do a review of the Surefire Titan that I've been using since August, and we also are going to do a 5-year review of the waxed canvas pants from Red Cloud Collective. You guys have been asking about these like crazy lately because I've been posting photos of them on Instagram and wearing them in the renovations videos, so we'll get that covered, and we'll just do a quick recap on the Surefire here just for the record, and then I have a pretty crazy story to tell you guys at the end, so you'll want to stick around for that because it's just kind of like mind-blowing. So let's do the flashlight real quick because I feel like it's kind of more boring than the pants, surprisingly, and faster. So this is the Surefire Titan. This is a small AAA powered flashlight made in the USA by Surefire. I got this in August for my birthday and I've been using it ever since, and it is absolutely fabulous. So a lot of you guys know that I love the Streamlight Micro Stream, however it's made in China, and I had just been looking for a small flashlight made in the USA for quite some time, and somebody gifted one to me for my birthday. This is powered by a AAA battery, like I said, and it's a twist-on, which I guess I would rather have a button, to be honest, just for ease of access, but the twist is fine. We'll go into that in a second. The pocket clip is, in my opinion, decent, but not the best. It's a little flimsy for my liking, but for a flashlight it doesn't matter because I just throw this in my pocket anyway. You do have a keychain attachment here if you want to use that. And then you unscrew the body to get to the battery. It came with, I think it's pronounced Eneloop. It came with an Eneloop rechargeable battery. However, I don't have a charger for that battery, so it died after 3 months the other day, and I just put a lithium in there. Don't recall how many lumens it has, but it does have a lot. You'll just have to look that stuff up. I'm terrible at the technical stuff, guys, the like specs. I'm terrible at it. I'm only good at talking about the actual review part of like how it went for me. Don't know how many lumens. This thing does get freaking bright though, and I think it has like 3 settings. You twist through them. You know, you just keep twisting and it'll just get brighter and brighter. So this flashlight is super durable. I dropped it numerous times at night walking the dogs on the pavement. Did not even turn off, which my O-lights that I used to have, they would like literally just break or die or turn off if I ever dropped them, even from like a foot. O-light fucking sucks. They also lit my pants on fire and customer service didn't give a shit. They're also made in China, so O-light's just horrific. They're all pieces of shit, but Titan makes really, or not Titan, Surefire makes really good stuff. And like I said, made in the USA, super durable. And from what I know, their warranty is fantastic and their customer service. This light does run for like $134, so that's just absolutely asinine to me. I would have never paid that myself. I think this is worth at most $95, but everything is just crazy inflated, so $134. But it is crazy durable, tiny, slim. I love the beam it throws. It's pretty concentrated, which I actually like for a small light, because if I'm, oh geez, sorry, let me turn that off. If I'm using a small flashlight, it's probably for a concentrated area. I have larger lights with wider spread beams for larger projects, but if I'm using a small little light like this, I'm probably trying to look in some type of crevice and I want a more concentrated beam to focus on a specific thing, right? So this has been absolutely fantastic. As you can tell, it's a little beat up from using it for a few months. It has like all types of crap all over it from the renovations and stuff. It lasted 3 months of everyday use before it needed to be charged, and I think the thing I like about this the most is the ease of access for turning it on. So as I stated prior in the video, I really like tail cap switches, but if it does come with a twisty, I do want it to be easily turned with one hand, because a lot of the times I'm walking dogs at night, or I'm working on a project and I'm trying to illuminate something and I'm holding up a piece of wood or drywall, who knows what, insulation. So I really like the twisty head to be pretty loose, actually. I don't want it to turn on in my pocket, but I want it to be very easily turned on and off. And out of all the flashlights I've used and tested, which is a lot, this twisting mechanism here is the easiest and the smoothest I've ever used. And that is, like, honestly the like pinnacle point of this light for me, is how easy it is to grip the front, which is kind of like, it has a little milled texture here. Could be better textured, but I haven't had an issue with it. But just the ease of turning this on with one hand, it just is so smooth. It almost feels like a Sebenza type action, like just very smooth and hydraulic to turn it on. Not fighting with it at all. It's really, really nice. And a lot of the other twisty lights that I've used were really hard to twist with one hand. Sorry for the barking per usual. Hey! Enough! They were really hard to twist, or they were super loose and they would like turn on in my pocket. So this is like the perfect medium point here of not turning on, but being super easy to turn on when you want it to. So I can highly recommend this after multiple months of everyday use. I really, really like this light. I'm super stoked about it. I will continue using it every day. It's just absolutely fantastic. And the only issue with it is the price point. $134 is absolutely absurd. Oh, one other thing I wish you could do is pull this tail cap off and remove the pocket clip if you don't want it. I wish you could just pull that off, but you can't. This is stuck on here. So you can't take that off, and you cannot remove this pocket clip, which is kind of a bummer because it is a little flimsy. And I kind of wish I could just take it off because I throw it in my pocket anyway, right? But that's really nitpicking. Let's talk about the pants, and then we'll tell kind of a ridiculous story here. So these are Red Cloud pants, made in Oregon, USA. Here we go, right? These are the women's ones, and I have had these for 5 years. So kind of a quick funny story about these. I ordered these when I was very overweight. This was the biggest size that they had. They're custom made to fit you, so you actually put in all your measurements and stuff, and they make the pants for you. However, this is the largest size that they make for women, is a size 28, which is actually kind of small. If you think about it in the big picture here, a size 28 is actually not really that large. So the fact that that's the largest size for women is kind of funny. But anyway, I was very overweight back in the day. I was 153 pounds at my heaviest, and I'm 5'5", so that's heavy. So I got just the largest size they had, and I ordered these, and they didn't fit. They came in like a month after I put my order in, and they didn't actually fit because I was too fat. So I used to have to take a Night Eyes carabiner. I hooked one end in here. I clicked the other end around the button, and these wouldn't actually be buttoned. They'd be split like this because I was fat. And the carabiner held them together, and I zipped the fly up as much as it would go, and I just wore them like that. But it was super uncomfortable, and I was like, okay. I spent $325 on these pants 5 years ago when I was making a lot of money. So I should probably lose some weight to fit in them. And go figure, I lost a crap ton of weight. I'm like at my heaviest right now, 115. I really float around 113, and now these are way too big on me. But obviously much better than feeling like a fat sausage stuck in a little tiny plastic wrap, right? So now these are very large on me, and you can even see in the pictures I'm kind of like a twig now, and a lot of stuff is baggy on me. But these pants, let's just talk about the performance of them, right? They are absolutely lifesavers. Oh my goodness. So they're handmade, and they're waxed canvas pants, and these ones are double knee. So you've got riveted reinforcement all the way down to almost your ankle. There's a piece of grass stuck in the frame. So completely reinforced in the front. Typical butt pockets. They come waxed, and then you just keep up with the waxing as time goes on. And they've got all types of pockets. So you have a knife-specific pocket on your right side. You also have a nice and deep, I mean, that's really deep. Nice and deep pocket. You have your watch pocket behind that on the right side. You also have your side pocket here. That's where I put my wallet. 2 butt pockets. On the left side, you have another nice deep typical pocket. You have also a pen pocket. So these are set up for success in terms of tool distribution and carry, which I really like because I carry a lot of tools on me, especially when I'm doing things like renovations. There is not a single hole, rip, tear, not a shred of anything on these things, and I've been wearing them a lot lately. So I know that I've had them for 5 years. I tried to wear them as much as I could when I was fat, but once I lost the weight, I've been wearing these literally almost every single day, because when we're doing the renovation work, we have to go over at night because Nicole and I work like over 40 hours a week at our jobs, and then we have to go do full-time renovations over at the campers. So we go at night, and it's freaking freezing here in New Hampshire at this point. And also we're like just doing the dirtiest, grimiest, nastiest work. The other day I had to climb underneath my trailer to bring a tarp down underneath it, and that all that land had been like excavated and stuff. Excavated. It's rocky. There's like broken glass. It's just terrible. So these pants are really actually pretty necessary for the work that I'm doing right now. As I stated earlier, they're $325. That is extreme. However, you have to remember these will last you a lifetime. Red Cloud will fix them if they get ripped or torn or anything. And also you have to remember, like, how many pairs of Carhartts, shitty Chinese made Carhartts, are you buying per year if you're working in a blue collar job? For me, when I was wearing Carhartts and I was wearing them every day and working blue collar jobs, I would blow through a pair of Carhartts in 4 months. End of story. I always tear my double knee, left knee, and the crotch out every single time within 4 months. So that's, let's say, $60 every 4 months, all year, for years, when you could just pay $325 up front for one pair that will last you literally a lifetime, especially if you take care of them. So that's really up to you. If you can't do it, I totally get it. I'm just talking about it because these have literally been lifesavers for me. The material is crazy heavy, crazy thick. They're just the most durable pants I've ever worn. They look fantastic. I waxed them for the first time the other day. I used Otter Wax. The application of that was really good. It was really easy. I know that there are better waxes than like beeswax because it breaks down on like a molecular level way faster than like using, I don't know, what's it called? Microcrystalline wax. That's the better stuff. Whatever. I don't know much about microcrystalline, but I do know it's better, but I just don't know how to work with it yet. So I just used Otter Wax for these, and it worked amazing. They are just coated in it. I cured them for almost 2 days before wearing them. Now I'm wearing them again. They're amazing. They look so good too. They wear in so nicely. You cannot wash these at all. These have never been washed. People ask, do they smell? No, they just smell like wax. Wax and dirt and sawdust. They really don't smell at all. But you cannot wash these. You have to wax them continuously because the wax breaks down and seeps into the canvas. So you have to wax them at least once a year. But other than that, they're super low maintenance. Hey, enough! They're super low maintenance, guys. And these are just, man, these are literally, if you're doing work where you need to protect your legs, these are just incredible. They really are. I can't say enough good things about Red Cloud. They're a really good company. And even the hardware that they use on the Like, the zipper and the buttons and stuff is really good. They got the YKK zipper. Just super durable. Everything, guys. I mean, even it's like triple stitched in there. So, check out Red Cloud Collective. They have men's and women's clothing. They do jackets. They do hats. All kinds of stuff. Now let's talk about the funny fucking story that it's actually kind of messed up, but I found humor in it because at this point everything is just funny to me. Let's talk about my camper for a second. So remember when I first made the video after we got the camper? I was like, man, this thing is great. Like, it needs a lot of work, but the guy that we bought it from said that he bought it for $5,000 a few winters ago. And, hey! I am so sorry about the dogs. Guys, enough! They are just on another level today. Hey! Hey! Anyway. So remember, oh my god. I said that the guy bought it for $5,000. He spent like a winter in it with his friend. He put over $1,000 of work into it. He had this big elaborate story, right? And he spent the whole winter in it with his buddy because they did snow plowing, and one of them slept on that little twin-size bed table and the other one slept in the other room. This is all on camera. Like, I showed all of this. I talked about all of this, right? Spent a whole winter in it. He renovated the ceilings and put insulation in, and he did all this work to it, right? And, you know, it's lasted him a long time, and he bought it for $5,000, blah, blah, blah. So, we bring the camper to the new property. We start working on it. And as I'm really in depth looking at it, I'm thinking there's no way somebody lived in here. I mean, it's really bad. And some of you guys were like, man, it looks way better than I thought. No, you didn't see that all of the cabinets are eaten by Ratson. The metal from the outside of the camper is the only thing in those cabinets. There is no insulation. Everything is shredded. Half the electric doesn't work. He said it all did. These are things I should have checked more in depth, but I did not have time. I don't have time for that. And I checked the bare minimum, and I trusted him, and I shouldn't have. So he had this big elaborate story, and as I'm looking through the fucking camper, I'm thinking there's no way somebody lived in here for the winter. There's just no way. And there's no way that this whole thing was renovated, because it's not. It's shit. So Nicole was in her camper working on hers, and I'm cleaning mine up. And he left a bunch of trash in there, and cleaning supplies and tools and all types of shit, right? And there are 2 trash cans, which you can see on camera. I think I caught them in frame. But I was taking those trash cans out of the camper to clean and vacuum. And both of the trash cans had stuff in them. Now, I am a curious little motherfucker. Like, if I see a piece of paper, I will be opening it and seeing what's written on it. So, the first trash can just had trash, I dump it in a garbage bag. The second trash can has one little piece of notebook paper at the very bottom stuck there. And the one with the notebook paper was stuck the other trash can was stuck within it, right? So I pulled them apart, I'm emptying them. And there's this little note at the bottom of the trash can. And my little curious motherfucking brain was like, ooh, treasure. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's a naughty note. And I open it up, and I wanted to smash a hole in the wall. I'm going to cover up the signature here, but I want you guys to just see what this note is. If you can't tell, that's a bill of sale. And if you look, the camper was sold as is for $1,000 in May of 2022, which is this year. Now in New Hampshire, May is springtime. It's warm, it's muddy, the black flies are out, it's at least 50, 60 degrees. So how was it that he spent a winter and years in this camper living in it with somebody when he bought it in May? For $1,000, not $5,000. $1,000 as is on the scene is never a good sign. That means it needs work if it's as is. Enough! So I go out and I say, hey Nicole, let me just remember here. I'm not crazy, but he did say that he spent a winter in the camper, correct? And then he did a bunch of work and he spent $5,000 on it and he had this big story, right? And Nicole's like, yeah. I'm like, I want you to just look at this. and she lost her mind. Immediately messages this guy on the Facebook Messenger thing, because that's how they had been in contact the whole time, right? And he's like, oh, I had 2 campers, and that must be the bill of sale from the first one, from my 2000 camper. One's a 2001, yours is a 2001, and my camper back at my house is a 2000. I think you found the bill of sale for that. Now, she never sent the picture. She never sent the picture of this to him. And he's like, yeah, no, that's got to be the bill of sale for my other one, because my other one's garbage, and, yeah, you must have found the bill of sale for that. I'm sorry. But it's kind of weird, because, on this bill of sale here, it actually says that this is for the 2021 Sportsman, which is mine. So I, put this next to the title, which is for a 2001 Sportsman, which is what my RV is, my camper. So we sent him a picture of this and the title, and we said, well, that's a kind of idiotic lie, because the bill of sale that the woman wrote up for you is for 2021, which is my camper model, which is on the title for my camper. And then he got pissed, obviously. He got caught in this lie, and he thinks he's this big Christian guy. He's always posting on Facebook about God and family and honesty and stuff, right? Probably to cover up for his bullshit. And then he gets mad at Nicole. Well, it shouldn't even matter what the backstory is. You got what you paid for. It shouldn't even matter about the backstory. It's in working condition. What more do you want from me? What do you want me to say? And he just lost and got pissed. So Nicole was like, all right, we're going to block him because he's sus. So the whole point of the story is that sucks, because the camper needs way more work than we thought. And again, I'm a fucking idiot for trusting somebody. I tried to look at it as much as I could. I caught the tire that was popped, and he fixed it before it got there. I tried to look through the camper with a fine-tooth comb with the time that I had to make sure that we weren't getting duped, but people suck. So now, this thing needs so much work, and I showed you guys on camera what it needs, and it needs a lot. So now we're out of money, of course, because I already made a video stating that to buy these campers, we blew through all of the GoFundMe money, right? And then the rest of the money from Brian's raffle went toward the fencing. We have all the stuff for it. We just have to actually put it up, but it's all at the campers. So now we're out of money, and my camper needs a shit ton of work. It is trashed. He trashed it. And he bought it for $1,000, as is. All of the work put into it was a lie, and it's a shell. It's just a shell that I have to work from. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I thought it was absolutely ridiculous that people just are so dishonest in this world, and they don't care. Like, if they're getting their money, they don't care. So I am going to link our GoFundMe down in the description. Do not feel obligated to help us at all. You guys have already done so much, but even $15 being thrown our way helps to get renovation supplies. It's mostly just insulation and plywood to put over the insulation, and just, I gotta replace all the walls. They're all eaten by rats. And it's expensive. Every time we go to Lowe's, which is every few days, we're spending $200 there. And that's on just the bare minimum to renovate this thing, right? It's expensive. Lumber's expensive. Everything's expensive. So if you want to tell me that I fucking suck and I'm an idiot and I don't deserve a penny for this, I totally get it. If you are kind enough to help us continue working on these campers so that we have a place to live warm this winter, I will link that GoFundMe down below. It's still open for donations for that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Go figure, right? Just my luck. So I will see you guys on the next video. I'm still super excited to continue working on the campers. Worst case, I just keep selling everything that I own to make money back for renovations, right? I'll just keep selling my shit. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate everything. I'll keep filming the camper renovations and testing stuff. We only can go up from here, right? This is another bump in the road, but we're just going to keep going. I'm blessed for everything I have, and I just find humor in this kind of shit now. I literally found that note and started dying laughing because it's hilarious to me. So I love you guys. We're still in good spirits. Go use your shit. I'll see you on the next video, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. It means the world to me. I'll see you guys next time.